Starting a business is an amazing adventure. The problem is that there's a lot of things that you have to learn along the way. And in 2020, the way that that typically works is Googling and YouTubing things as you're figuring them out. One thing no one ever warns you about is as you continue to do that, your advertisements start to look like this.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things? Knowledge. And so I recorded a little video. It's actually on my website. You can click here.
Now, as laughable and cringy as some of those advertisements are, I still keep seeing new ones. Like almost every day keep seeing new ones. Anytime I'm on Facebook or on YouTube, I am getting pelted with these ads. Someone telling me that they drive a Lamborghini and I could too. Someone telling me that I never have to go into an office again. All of these promises continually coming at me, and I don't believe a single one of them. Now, the reason I think these advertisements are really interesting is because they play on a similar mechanism that Story has been using for thousands of years. Let me see if I can tell you what I mean.
What about H-U-S-T-L-E-R? Hustler, exclamation point.
Let's talk about hustle culture really quick. Now, you're probably more exposed to this idea or this philosophy than you realize. If you search YouTube for inspirational video, or you go to Instagram and search for entrepreneurial or inspirational Instagram page, you will see tons and tons and tons of content with quotes from Steve Jobs over a picture of a Lamborghini, promising you this luxury lifestyle, this work wherever you want lifestyle, basically promising that if you work hard enough, that if you grind enough, that if you sleep, 1 hour a night, then you can be a billionaire. You can do whatever you want.
I wasn't sleeping. I was dreaming about success.
Now, all of these videos that I see, they advertise this lifestyle and they promise you that you can get there. The only thing you're missing is the secret ingredient. Now, you're more familiar with this than you think. There is always something hidden that you didn't know about, that they discovered, that they're willing to tell you.
I'm not promising you that tomorrow you're gonna be able to go out and buy a Lamborghini. But what I am telling you is it can happen faster than you think if you know the proven steps.
Or just come to my conference or my webinar and you'll be able to do this, and you'll drive a Lamborghini and you'll be happy. Now, what does hustle culture have to do with Story? Well, the other night I was watching the 2008 animated family classic, Kung Fu Panda. You know the one with Jack Black? And the soundtrack by CeeLo Green? That's right. Still holds up to this day. Now, as I was watching it, I started to realize Kung Fu Panda has a lot to tell us about finding that antidote to hustle culture. Kung Fu Panda is about Po. Po loves Kung Fu more than anything in the world. He dreams about it. But Po doesn't quite fit into the village where he is born. He can't stand up straight in his dad's kitchen, he bumps into tables at the restaurant, and Po more than anything wants to be a Kung Fu hero. The problem is, he's terrible at Kung Fu. When you're writing a compelling story, you have to have a hero and a villain who are essentially opposites of one another. In Kung Fu Panda, they do a really good job of this. They have Tai Lung. He is faster than Po, he's stronger than Po, he is trained under all the best masters. He is amazing at Kung Fu. Another element of good storytelling is you have to have a hero and a villain who want the same thing. In Kung Fu Panda, that is the Dragon Scroll.
The Dragon Scroll. It is yours.
Now, throughout the movie, the Dragon Scroll is a sacred thing. You have Master Oogway protecting it, you have Master Shifu protecting it, because it's supposed to hold the one secret for the Dragon Warrior that only they can see. Remember, it's that secret ingredient that you need to become a Kung Fu master. Does that pitch sound familiar?
How to become a millionaire step by step. Today I'm going to teach you one of the most profound concepts that I've learned in my life.
That is the exact same talk track as all of the gurus that I see online every single day. If I only had this secret ingredient, I would be the next best drop shipper or entrepreneur or whatever. All I need to do is open the Dragon Scroll.
It is yours.
Wait,
What happens when I read it? No one knows, but legend says you will be able to hear a butterfly's wing beat. Whoa, really?
Now, I remember watching Kung Fu Panda in the theaters. I think I was 13 years old, and I remember the exact moment when they opened the scroll. The entire movie was building up to that big, anticipated moment, and the scroll's blank.
It's blank.
What?
Here, look.
No, I am forbidden to look upon.
And I, like every other character in the movie, had the same reaction. I was shocked, I was kind of let down. The only character that doesn't have that response is Po. Po doesn't understand it at first either. In fact, he packs his bags, he leaves the temple, he goes back to his father's house, and there's kind of this feeling like there was at the beginning of the movie. Po almost doesn't fit in anymore. And it's that understanding, that reminder that he isn't like anyone else, that helps him understand. Po finally realizes that the secret ingredient is that there is no secret ingredient. Just like life, all of these gurus, all of these entrepreneurs, all these people in these videos are telling us they can promise us happiness. They can promise us that we'll fit in. They can promise us that we'll be powerful and we'll be wealthy and everyone will respect us. But Po realizes that those are all false promises. And when the scroll was opened, it was blank. Because the real antidote to hustle culture is accepting yourself. The real antidote to being happy is self-acceptance. Now, Po had already learned to accept himself through his training and through the help of Master Shifu. Remember, at the beginning of the movie, Shifu doesn't like Po. He's trying to get him kicked out of the temple. He's way overtraining him. He's treating him just like every other person, and Po just continues to not fit in. He feels that feeling deeper and deeper. There's a huge turning point in the movie when Shifu realizes that Po is motivated by food.
I now see that the way to get through to you is with this.
Oh, great, because I'm hungry.
Good. When you have been trained, you may eat. Let us begin.
That he's not like anyone else. That there might be a tiger style and a monkey style and a crane style, but there's no panda style. And he has to figure out what Po is going to be motivated by. Once Po starts getting better at Kung Fu, he starts to realize that this is who he is. He's not like any of the other warriors, because he couldn't be. He's the Dragon Warrior. He's supposed to be different. Once Shifu accepts that truth about Po, Po has an easier time figuring out who he is. And so when the Dragon Scroll is opened, he's not even surprised. Tai Lung, on the other hand, once he finally gets his hands on the Dragon Scroll, he opens it and he just can't accept the reality of it being blank.
It's nothing!
It's okay, I didn't get it the first time either.
What?
There is no secret ingredient.
He's worked his entire life for this moment. He's grinded harder than anyone. He's literally the epitome of hustle culture. And yet he never did the hard work, the difficult work, the hard training of figuring out who he really was, because he was trying to be someone else. Po, on the other hand, the moment he stopped trying to be like the other Kung Fu warriors in the temple, he was able to actually be the Dragon Warrior. Now, the real dark side of hustle culture and of these gurus trying to sell you on stuff isn't that there isn't a secret ingredient, it's that they're helping you define happiness. Whether you like it or not, they have a definition of happiness that probably doesn't even fit you. They come at you with a one-size-fits-all Lamborghinis and yachts and extravagant living, assuming that that's gonna make you happy, when I think most people know that money doesn't make you happy, that success might not even make you happy. Self-acceptance and defining what's gonna make you successful makes you happy. See, the real byproduct of hustle culture is guilt. It's guilt for not working hard enough to get the Lamborghini, and then it's guilt for having the Lamborghini and not being happy once you have it. It's the same exact guilt that Shifu made Po feel when he initially showed up at the temple. He wasn't working hard enough, he wasn't fitting in with the other people. The real brilliance of Kung Fu Panda is that there actually is a secret ingredient. When Po opens that scroll, he sees himself. He has the opportunity to accept himself as he is, even though he might not fit in the world that he was placed in. Hustle culture will always try and convince you that you have to fit into someone else's dreams, someone else's version of self-acceptance. But Kung Fu Panda tells us something that stories have been telling us for thousands of years, that compassion and kindness and self-acceptance are the secret ingredient.
Shifu didn't teach you that.
Nope. I figured it out. Skadoosh.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Nick. I am one of the co-founders of the Hero's Journal. That is this thing right here. And a lot like the Dragon Scroll, when this shows up at your door, it will also be blank. Now, don't worry, I'm not gonna make any false promises that this is going to be the one secret ingredient to change your life, but I do believe that there's some helpful exercises in here, as well as some good accountability that will help you better accept yourself, better define your quest, your goal that you want to achieve. And by the end of completing this journal, I think that you will have a brand new story for your life, a brand new outlook on things. So if you want one, you can check one out at theheroesjournal.co. And I encourage you to watch some other videos we have. We post content here every week. Please like, please subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.